I did. I forgot my water. Grab it. And we're back. Forgot my water, guys. Forgot my water. How can I talk without H2O on my Bobby Boucher? Good evening, good evening. Share the live, tap the screen. We're gonna give it a few minutes. While a couple people join, let me share this out myself as well. Let's see here. Let's see here. You know me, just sending this out. There we go. All right, I sent that out. Giving it a few more minutes, guys. Y'all know what it is. It's today versus tomorrow. I'm your girl, Lady Pun. All right, so we are locked in. There goes my friend. There goes my bestie. Gonna get a few more minutes for everybody to chime in, tune in, get the groove, whatever the case may be. It's been a long day for me. Hump day, Wednesday, and this is why we choose to do these episodes live. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Today versus tomorrow. If you don't know, now you know. A safe space where I can be myself and you can be you. Hump day is long. Hump day is a long day. And it is stressful. It's probably the most stressful day of the week for a majority of us. Monday's debatable, right? So that's why I do these lives on Wednesdays. It gives us something to look forward to. Gives me something to look forward to. And today just happened to be a long day between it being a half a day for all the kids. Just long day with the kids. Life. So I'm here tonight because I chose to commit, and I could have easily said no. I didn't want to turn the camera on today. So just know that tonight I chose you guys, and whoever chose to tune in tonight, just know that I appreciate you even more because tonight means more to me than you know. So today versus tomorrow, I'm gonna keep it positive as always. I'm giving it a few more minutes for people to chime in, but the conversation today is going to be the new year, okay? So you guys know I have my little drawing board in the back, and I keep this real old school. It's sticky pads, today versus tomorrow. If you've been here from the beginning, I appreciate you. It came to me an idea. I put it on a sticky note, and then we've been running with Jesus ever since, all right? The dream board, the drawing board, the vision board, however you would like to call it. This is, you know, what we do here. Something I do in my personal life. I've added it into what I'm doing with you guys. And the message for this week is the new year. And originally, I wanted it to kind of ricochet off of what we spoke about last week. And last week was some things that we were giving credit to ourselves, you know, that we've grown from within the last year. I know people, we had, you know, patience, we had understanding. I'm just growing through things in life. So I wanted to do the new year resolution at first. That was the beginning, you know, process. But then how things transpired throughout the day and throughout the week, I felt like I wanted to switch it up a little bit. So instead of New Year's resolution, I want to make a list of things that you're not taking into the new year. So last week we did speak on similarity, again, what you've grown from, you know what I mean? So we know what not to allow, we know our boundaries and, you know, whatnot. However, with the New Year's, you know, what you're not taking into, it could be either something self-reflected or it can be, you know, based off of another individual. And as always, I'm going to start it off, you know. So for me, one thing I'm not taking into 2026 is going to be pointless relationships. You know, I don't have bare minimum conversations. I don't entertain. I don't want to try to get to know somebody if I'm not intently trying to get to know somebody. So for me, 2026 is just cutting off those dead leaves, and you know, no need to have relationships because there's no conversations. You know, so that's something I'm gonna go off with. I'm gonna start with here, and I'm gonna just write it as dead end relationships. Okay, and that can be personal, that can be business, it can be family, it can be however it resonates with you. So for me, 2026, dead end relationships are not going in. So we're going to put the first one on the board, all right? I'll start it off, all right? And again, this is a space where I try to speak on things that we as adults don't get the opportunity to speak much on. Social media is social media. You know, it is put here to entertain us, to distract us, however you want to put it. You know, it's your choice how you handle your social media. And I've taken it upon myself to just make this a positive, purposeful space, not only for myself, but for individuals who are looking for that same space as well. And it just so happens that the world is turning into like a whole live entertainment, you know, event. Shout out to Mariah Carey, who just streamed the biggest numbers on TikTok with her Christmas event, you know what I mean? And they're realizing that appointment-based lives are really doing something. So I'm glad to be a part of it. Today versus tomorrow, live Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Support is free with Lady Pump. So how are you doing today? I am doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. I'm checking in on the comments, guys. Bear with me. It is just me. My co-host is not near us at the moment. So I'm tagging in here to see what you guys are saying. Living in Walls, how are you? I am blessed. I cannot complain. Beat Monkey, blessings. Thank you for everybody gifting. Share your live, invite more friends. Miss Jackson is in the building, #1 gifter. That is my co-host. You know what I mean? She's been with me in spirit. But we're managing, you know what I mean? So tell me one thing you would not like to take into 2026. What is something you're leaving here, something you don't want to look into for 2026? And again, this can be something personal, it can be something with business, it can be something family, friends, foes, you know, it doesn't matter. This is ultimately where I want you to think of, if you were here last week, you know, we made the list where it stated giving yourself grace, being patient, you know, stuff that you've grown from within this year. But now we're going to fast forward and add to it. What are a few things you don't want to take into 26? Because you've grown, because you've learned those lessons of hurt, of betrayal, of disloyalty. If you've found Jesus, you've learned what that love truly is. You know, now that you have a different perspective in life at the end of the year, what are a few things you don't want to allow in 2026? And like I said, first one for me was dead-end relationships. There's no need for it at all. I know my intention in life. I know my purpose. And I'm not here to drag anybody along for a ride. You know what I mean? So not taking my own negativity into 2026. I like that one, Miss Jackson. So we are going to, let me see. So we call confidence, right? So, well, not really. Not really. I'm going to word it the way you did. Not taking your own negativity. And again, still ties into confidence. I love this. I love this. And ties into confidence, you know. Perspective in life changes when your heart changes. You know, you can choose to see problems or you can choose to see possibilities. You can choose to see fear or you can choose to see faith. You know what I mean? So self-sabotaging into 26, better terms. Okay. I'm gonna put that one too. I'll put that one as a separate one. Self-sabotage, which is actually a great song from Leve. Self-sabotage, that's what I mean. Thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate that. I am well. And you know what? I messed up because I meant to take last week's sticky notes, and subconsciously, because I got home late, I just grabbed them off of the board real quick and I threw them out because I leave them up, you know, all week and I reflect on them. But I meant to stay with the notes from yesterday to try to go over them. But I do remember them, you know, shakily, but I got it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, who said? All right, so I'm learning how this is. TikTok universe. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'm learning these tricks. I promise you, I've never really gotten on here prior to these last 3 months. Today versus tomorrow was just an idea that came to mind. I put it on a notebook for a couple of months, and then one day God said, what's the difference between today versus tomorrow? Go start, and I did. So here we are in my dining room area. This is my office. This is my library. This is where I do my brainstorming. You know what I mean? So I made my space your space. Shout out to MySpace. Remember that? I'm just trying to make it, you know, for me, it's been healing. It's been fun. I've met some amazing people. I have people who have been tuning in faithfully, you know what I mean? Even on the weeks that I wasn't able to be live, when I was out of the country, all of that. You guys have been amazing. And I'm truly grateful to have this space. I'm glad that the Lord put it into my heart. And this ambition and this drive that I have is not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So this is only going to become a better experience. And I never want to take away from the wholesomeness, from the originality, from the authenticity. I could easily be in a studio with the lights and the cameras and the microphone. I have microphones. We can do all that, you know what I mean? But I want this to be as real for me as it is for you. So again, this is the point of today versus tomorrow. Live Wednesdays at 9 p.m. No edits, real-time reaction, real-time conversation. It's just a growing space. You know what I mean? She said MySpace. Okay, so we got not taking your own negativity, self-sabotage, and dead-end relationships. Okay, and it sounds like a lot of this is just coming from long-term being used. You know what I mean? You've learned through your hurt that this is no longer things you're going to allow. So I'm proud of you all, and you should all be proud of yourselves, because at the end of the day, it's a decision, it's a choice. You could wake up tomorrow, and I hope what I'm saying right now resonates with somebody who's here to listen. Okay, life is a choice. No matter what you're going through, you wake up tomorrow, God gives you the blessing of opening your eyes tomorrow. You have a choice. You're either going to change and do what you say you want to do in life, or you're going to settle and be comfortable exactly where you are. And whatever choice you make that morning is a choice that the Lord is going to run with. So please keep choosing yourself. Always keep him first. Seek him. I'm always going to say it. With him, everything. Without him, nothing. You know what I mean? So just keep that forefront. Every Wednesday at 9 p.m., the official Lady Pun. The only one. 'Tis I. Those t-shirts are coming. They keep telling me I got to make t-shirts. Apparently, I'm like the t-shirt lady, but I get it. Lady Pun for the past 7 years. I was Lady D for the past 12 years. If you know me, you've been around long enough. I used to be 350 pounds. I lost 175 pounds, hence the name Lady Pun. I lost the weight, keeping the name alive, keeping the positivity alive, keeping the culture, hip-hop, being the change we wish to see, you know? So I appreciate y'all. I'm learning. It's a learning process. We're here to grow. So yeah, talk to me. Like I said, I'm usually on here for about 30 to 45 minutes. You get an hour if it's a really good conversation. But it is Wednesday. It is 9 o'clock at night. Most of us, it's midweek. People are working. There's kids. We still get up early in the morning. So I try to keep it short and sweet. You know what I mean? You'll see those in the morning as well. If this is your first time tuning in, I am Lady Pun. I do my real short and sweets every morning at 7 a.m. I do Ready Today versus Tomorrow every Wednesday at 9 p.m. And you can stream my music on any platform. I'm the only one at official Lady Pun, wherever you listen to your music. You know what I mean? So that's the spiel. That's the commercial. That's the marketing. We can get back to business, right? Oh, thank you guys. Share that. I love this. I can't really see this until I really get off and I look into it, but I promise you, I will send you guys messages after the live when I see, you know, who's interacting and who's sending and who's gifting. I'm going to start doing some raffles in 2026. And when I say raffles, like, y'all don't got to pay me nothing now. This isn't put $5 in and win 500. No, I'm really going to be giving away a couple of things throughout the year. And it's just my way, you know, just to give back. The Lord teaches us when he blesses you, you bless others. So, ooh, I love you. Hey, boo. Pookie. I miss you too, Queen. I miss you too. Shout outs. We got Pennsylvania in the building. I got West Virginia in the building. I got Puerto Rico in the building. Oh, that's for sure. Tell me where you guys and ladies are tuning in from so I can shout y'all out. Make sure y'all are liking and sharing the live as well on TikTok. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Again, I am the only one at Official Lady Pun on all streaming platforms and all social media. Okay? So again, today versus tomorrow. Join me on Wednesdays. We're going to have some fun. Support is free. Back to the New Year resolution. And I'm thinking on this, and it's like, you know what? I feel like this is something we've done, you know, as kids in high school to make you write your New Year's resolutions. But our perspective as children are different than perspective as adults. And I think we as adults know that we grow daily, not monthly, not quarterly. It's ultimately a daily growth. You know what I mean? So if you've never thought about it until now, ask yourself something now. What is something you're not taking into 2026 that you've been allowing? You know, maybe you're allowing access from individuals that shouldn't have access. Exes, family members who don't approve of you for whatever reasons. You know, that's between them and God. Papa John wants to make more time for himself. I like that. Make more time for yourself. Papa John, I like that. Make more time for your... Tell him I said, ow. Well, he can see me now. He heard me say it. Make more time for yourself. I like that. And that's key. That's key. Key for mental health. And, you know, I'm always going to speak on it. Make time for yourself. You cannot take care of anybody else unless you're taking care of yourself first. Keep God first. Always first. First. Negativity for sure, yes. And it's hard. It's hard, honestly. I can say before Christ, it was really, really hard. As strong as I am, because I've been this strong, powerful Puerto Rican woman my whole life. But prior to Christ, it was a lot harder to deal with the negativity because I was still battling my flesh. I was still dealing with things that I was allowing, you know, my human form to decide and not my spirit. So prior to that, it was very hard to balance negativity, but I still chose to. It's choices, and it's not easy for everybody. So I will say, if you're having a hard time breaking out of those negative spaces, I will always reiterate, I am here. I am not a therapist. I am just somebody who's been through things in life, as we all have, and I'm an ear that's willing to listen. You know what I mean? And that's what the space is, today versus tomorrow. I'm here to talk, but I'm also here to listen. So if you ever feel like there's anything you'd like to speak about off of camera, maybe you're not comfortable interacting on the live, I am open to conversation. She said you're Puerto Rican. Sometimes. All the time. Absolutely. Everybody who knows me knows I'm Puerto Rican. And if you don't know me by looking at me, you know me by hearing my car from down the block. So, and Brittany can vouch for that since 2007, 8. I don't even remember what year this was. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? I want to say not taking on negativity, dead end relationships, make more time for yourself. Didn't we have another one? Oh, self-sabotage. Okay. So I also feel like all this, again, it's going to tie into each other because you're choosing yourself. And that's ultimately the hardest choice in life. Again, we become people pleasers. We're raised, you know, as women to be nurturers, to be there for everybody, to give the shirt off of our backs, to be mom. And to be mom is 7 million caps underneath that. But there's nobody there to take care of mom, you know? And this goes for single women, and this goes for married women, because I know a plethora of married women who deal with that stress as well, of having to be still mom, wife, stress, life. You know what I mean? It's not easy. So mental health is real. Our pride is real. You know, it took me a while, even after leaving the abusive marriage, even after everything, accepting that I needed help, you know, and that was just everything to do with being prideful. You know, the best thing I could have ever done was go get therapy, and I'm glad that I did, and I recommend it for everybody. You know what I mean? So that just worked for me. But take care of your mental health. Choose yourself first. If there's anything you do in 2026, we're gonna write choose you. Look like a right here. You. Just in case. Just in case. Okay. Y'all see it, right? All right, it's going up. I tell y'all all the time, but y'all don't listen. So I feel like I can say it 100 times. I'm gonna write it out because some people need visuals. Choose you. Every day, all day, every way. Choose you. Okay. I'm heavy on that. Heavy on that. And let me tell you, that's how true it is. Let me tell you that I have been choosing me, and people don't like it. They don't like that I've set boundaries. They don't like that I don't allow manipulation. I don't allow any type of control. And I've never felt any better. It's just been peaceful. So I will trust the process. I will trust the process. And I will continue trusting the Lord. Because He know what He doing. I don't. I go to mental health therapy now, and it has helped me. That's amazing. That is amazing, Lisa. My prayers are with you. That is a strong decision. And it takes time, but it really does help. It does work. Prayers, and I hope it helps. I really hope it helps. And just stay consistent. Stay consistent. And if you haven't, seek the Bible. It helps too. That's a good clip. You already know I'm on it. You already know, I'm on it. I am clipping it. That's why I do it. I know I've got to put in the commercial status for a little bit, and then, I start editing it out for the next 2 or 3 clips. So just to speak on what she's speaking on, guys, the lives are lives, but they will be available after this live. And then throughout the week, I do post like highlighted clips. So please follow me at Official Lady Pun on all social media platforms. That way you guys can see the recaps. You know what I mean? Short and sweets, 8 a.m. I'm lying. Real short and sweet, 7 a.m. every morning. Wednesday at 9 p.m. we go on live, TikTok and YouTube. Today versus tomorrow, and you can stream my music everywhere. She's doing my co-host duty. Got you. Hi, Bria. I can't see. That's on YouTube. That's blessings. Awesome. We got a nice little list here. A little bit of interaction. I won't complain. Feels good to know I'm not talking to myself. I will tell you that. And there are people on here that follow me on TikTok, that follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And they ask the same question all the time. Are you related to Big Pun? So I'm here to answer that question in almost every live when I'm asked. But no, I am not related to him. It is simply me respecting the word, respecting the name, the brand, and continuing the light, the power, the empowerment, the positivity through the culture of hip hop. Okay? You want more information, you guys can look at all the interviews, and they go into detail. Okay? We've got a lot of interviews coming up. We have a lot of videos coming up. We've got projects coming up. It's downtime right now. 2026 is a lot coming. And these boards are helping me build my blueprint to 2026. All you have to do is reflect on the life you've already lived and what you've already encountered, what you've already grown from, all that hurt. And that sets your blueprint for 2026 and your life moving forward, because you already know what not to allow, what not to feel, and how to react. Once you master your piece, life is a masterpiece. Bars. All right, so let me get a few more. Let me get a few more from you guys. Give me something that you don't want to take into 2026. What is something you don't want to deal with? You refuse to deal with next year. And it's because you've grown. You've accepted what you've had to change as an individual. And you're ready for this next level in life of peace, of blessings. Open that door. And to open that door, you have to close the doors to these things that are stopping you. You know what I mean? And as always, the list is gonna stay up. Ooh, I like that one. Fake friends. Beat monkey. Amen. Fake friends. And I think that ties into dead end relationships. I mean, you might have been here in the beginning, but that was the first one for me. You know what I mean? It really is pointless having people around that don't have any inkling of what you're doing in life, where you want to go in life, or how you view life. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put that on here. Fake friends. Leave them in the back. Fake friends and family, really, because God will show everybody's true colors. You know what I mean? And my grandmother always taught me, I'll say it in Spanish, un amigo es un peso en el bolsillo. In English, a friend is $1 in your pocket. They come and they go. Okay? Family drama. Ooh, girl. Let me tell you, let me speak on that real quick. Just real quick, short and sweet, right? Family drama. You're not wrong for this. You are not wrong for not wanting to deal with the generations of trauma before you, okay? You're not wrong from keeping your children out of toxic situations or forceful relationships where because they're elders, they feel like the children have to, no. My children don't go where they are forced to be uncomfortable. I don't do the family drama. I don't do the family. Like, remove yourself. Mental health. So do not feel bad for not allowing family drama in 2026. That ties into choosing you. Hello. Another live of today versus tomorrow. These things excite me. So excuse me if I become a little nerdy. These, you know, I love interacting with you guys, and you guys have really great ideas. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't feel bad, sweetheart. Stick with it. And I pray for peace. I pray for peace. That's all it is. Keep choosing you. Fake friends. Beat monkey, that was dope. I thank you for that one. That one was really good. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. You are nice. I don't know who that is. All right, let me see. Disrespect. Watch how you talk to Miss Jackson. Disrespect. Disrespect. Period. Period. Clock it. Put some respect on my name. Boom. Disrespect. Excuse me. I will say 30 minutes ago, because it's 9:28. 30 minutes ago, I was mad. I was upset. I was frustrated. Boundaries. Lisa, I love that. I haven't forgot you. I'm going to write this down, and then I'll get back. I was upset 30 minutes ago. I was mad. I had to breathe. I had to pray. I had to shake it off. And like I said, I almost was like, I'm not doing this because I was that upset. And I said, no, that's very naive and immature. Let me just gather myself and get on here. And I've been on here, and you guys completely changed my energy. So I'll say it once and I'll say it again. I thank you guys, girls, women, men, for choosing to tune in with me Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Whether you follow me or you're not, this is your first time, I appreciate you even more. Support is free. Hit the link, subscribe, YouTube, TikTok, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. every morning, real short and sweet. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. That was beautiful. Perfect timing. That was perfect timing. I appreciate it. Please follow. I'll make sure I try to follow back as much as I can. Send me a message so I know it's you. If you're on YouTube, you can head over to every other platform at Official Lady Pun. Streaming music, it's all the same at Official Lady Pun. I am the only one. So please enjoy. And if you do go and listen, there are several albums, plenty of singles, and the message is always clear. All glory to God. 9:30. All right, so I don't know. I don't want to end the live. I usually do like a 30-minute limit, but we're gonna stay on here. If you guys can just send it out, double tap. I'm gonna stay on for like another 5 or 10 minutes. And again, because it's Wednesday, I'm not trying to keep anybody up way past their bedtime. I appreciate you just clicking on there, whether you're on the toilet, in the bed, in the car, wherever you're at. I thank you for tuning in to Lady Pun. Support is free. It's all a choice. You know what I mean? But this is where I'll be. This is where you find me Wednesdays. 2026 If we can add another day, we will. Right now, we're keeping it simple, so no, there's no overwhelming on my side. If you know me, you know I wear many, many, many hats, and I am constantly busy. So as a mother, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, I try my best to balance it. And this is just another notch on the belt for me. You know what I mean? So we'll continue upgrading this experience. Like I said, you will see me cross networking. I have a couple podcasts, interviews that are coming up, and I'm really looking forward to them. I have some amazing music that is dropping for 2026, and it's all been a beautiful journey, a stressful journey, because you learn that as you grow, people will only speak on your downfalls, so it's a it's a different world. But I'm grateful to be here. Not allowing society to control how my children are taught and learned and are seen. Amen. Oh, wait, see? Look, boundaries. I didn't forget about Lisa. So we get into that one. And boundaries. Lisa, you're new to the channel, and I love it. I'm so grateful for it. Please stay tuned with us. But when you have a chance, go look at last week's episode. And I believe about 3 weeks ago, maybe last month, all the lives are titled. There's one titled Boundaries, and we speak on them heavily. And this is a key word for life, for peace. Set your boundaries and don't feel bad for them. You matter. Your mental health matters. How people view you, how they treat you, how they talk to you matters. Set your boundaries. Put some respect on your name. I like that. And then we're going back to M's comment. Omnia. Yes, I will tell her you said hi. That message is from my daughter. I will tell her you said hi. Absolutely. Not allowing society. Okay. Society won't control children's lives. I like that. And I'm big on that. That's an issue I'm having. My sons are, autistic. And in the state of Florida, they have removed the special ed program as well as certain services. So now one of them is completely out of special ed. Thank the Lord. But I have a son who has cognitive issues, and he will, that is him for life. And it is very hard for him to adapt right now in school, to the point where his behavior is off the Richter because he just is not comfortable. It's overstimulated over everything. So I'm very heavy on society will not, force my child into this bubble. I am an autism mom, and I will advocate our kids in better terms. Advocate. I love that. You're welcome, Lisa. And again, send me a message, please, after this. I'll check into them about 20 minutes afterwards. I missed our prayer. See you next time. Nope, not yet. The prayer's at 9:45. We about to be done. Prayer's at the end. You never miss that. You can stay tuned. Stack. Shout out to Puerto Rico in the building. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Lady Pun. Today versus tomorrow. Wednesdays at 9 p.m. A space where I can be myself and you can be you. We always start off with a positive vibe, and we're going to end it with a prayer. But we're just not there yet. Or I'm not there yet. Maybe I don't want to say goodbye. But we're getting there. I'm having too much fun today. I needed this energy, so I thank you very, very much. I thank you very, very, very much. What was I going to say? I want to give a shout out to my daughter, to my oldest daughter today. She had her last weightlifting meet. Her name is Kylie, but I call her Meech. She had her last weightlifting meet this evening, and I was there with her until 8 o'clock. She got home a couple minutes before I went live, just so I can come home and set up. But she did a great job, and so did her team. So shout out to St. Cloud weightlifting team at their last match today. And she's the one who helps me set up like my little live goals and everything like that. Because again, I'm still learning. I'm still a mom. And people assume that because I'm on social media, like I'm on social media. I'm really not. I post at 5 something in the morning with everything that's time and scheduled, and I'm off. I might get in between nap and lunchtime and check what's going on. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe if I interact a little more, maybe I get a little further. But I'm completely content with where and how things are going. And I don't want to use that word content too loosely because, don't get comfortable. Number one rule in life since day one. But I do like little board setup we have in the back. This was very, very, very fun for me. very positive. I hope it helped you guys and ladies, tonight, just tuning in, hearing a voice, having, a space to talk to. And again, you guys helped me with my night because I was really having, a frustrating evening, and it's completely turned around. So let's go over the list for tonight's live. And again, the topic was New Year. What are we not taking into New Year? To follow and continue what we were discussing last week as far as what we were proud of that we've accomplished this year. So a couple of things that we are not taking into 2026 as I read the board off to you. Ready? Disrespect. Not taking your own negativity into 2026. Fake friends. Boundaries will always be there. Make more time for yourself. No family drama, no dead-end relationships. Society will not control your children's education, and self-sabotage. It's a pretty hefty list there. It's a pretty good list. And again, the list will stay up. There will be a photo on social media. The lives get posted at the end of this, and the recaps get posted throughout the week. So make sure you follow me, okay? Now, with that being said, we're going to jump into prayer, all right, y'all? New to the page, I say a prayer at the end. You can close your eyes if you like. I don't, because I'm talking to y'all, but God knows what's up. So, dear Lord, I thank you for this space, this time, this ambition, and allowing me to be a vessel to those who need to hear and feel your energy. Lord, I thank you for this drive for today versus tomorrow, for those who are choosing to tune in and choosing to listen to the direction that you've pointed me in. I pray that everybody listening to this live resonates with something that was said to them, and it allows them to grow mentally, physically, emotionally, and to grow within the love for Jesus Christ as well. Amen. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a good night. It is 9:38. If you're driving anywhere, drive safe. If you're home resting, say your prayer. And thank the Lord for everything you go through, because at the end of the day, some people don't make it through the day. And tomorrow, some people never get to see. So, y'all have a good night. Nothing but love.